ball game. And the entire ball club for the St. Joseph Cardinals and Don McKelly's crew. And now for the Hilo High Vikings, coming out, Terry Waugh, a 5'8" senior guard, wearing number 13. He had 16 points in last night's ball game. And the PA announcer has just got lost. He has just went off somewhere. Russ Roberts from KHLO is not used to being involved with sports. And now Terry Waugh, he got the name right. Terry Waugh is out there. And now Cal Malinguis comes out. He's a 6-foot senior. First team All-BIIF team. And coming out now is Mike Ballerini, a 6'2 senior. Ross Andre comes out, another 6-foot senior. Mitch Miller, a 6'1 senior. He made the second team All-BIIF All-Star team. Bobby Ryder and the entire Vikings come out on a floor. The head coach Larry Malinguis. Assistant coaches Eddie Kalima along with Cal Malinguis. Again, as you can see here on Contact Cable Channel 13, the Vikings are in their full uniform, the blue trim, the Cardinals are in their...
Top Rank presents The Fights from Caesars Palace, Monday, March 10th. Marvelous Marvin Hagler against John the Beast Mugabe, and Thomas Hitman Hearns against James Black Gold Schuler. Can Hagler, the king of boxing, with dynamite in both hands, handle the awesome punching power of the Beast as he did against Hearns? Or will the Beast Mugabe, the dangerous and undefeated African, capture the middleweight crown? Can Hearns win and again rise to the top, or will Schuler be victorious? See it live at closed circuit locations.
Memorial, wearing number 25, leading the league in scoring, a little over 20 points a ball game, along with Schubert. In there for the Vikings, Mitch Miller wearing number 4, Cal Malinguis wearing number 24, little Bruce Ferreira, the player of the year to BIIF, wearing number 31, Blaine Medeiros wearing number 15, Cal Malinguis will be jumping center against Disa. Cardinals going to our right, the Vikings to the left, the tap is up, the ball is controlled over there by Laborio. He goes to left baseline, he goes up, 6-footer, he cans it.
Laborio wasting no time from the baseline for 2.
Bruce Ferreira brings the ball up quickly, comes down the right-hand side, looks at that 2-3 zone, on top of the key to Cal. Right-hand side to Blaine, he goes up with a moon rocket, in and out, will not go down. Matsuyama gets the rebound, he turns around and he cans it for 2. The score is knotted at 2 apiece. Early goals of this ball game, full court press in there by the Vikings. Comes down to Cyril on the right side. Back on top of the key, it goes over to Laborio. On top of the key, goes to the left side, goes behind his back at the foul line, goes up, no good. Rebound goes off to the music man, Mitch Miller. Miller pushes the ball up. It comes the little guy, Ferreira. Bruce goes to the right-hand side of Blaine Medeiros. Blaine looks in the middle, no way, Jose. Back on top of the key. Left-hand side, it goes to Bruce. He goes up with an 18-footer, in and out, will not go down. Ball loose on the floor, and Cal Malinguis fighting for the ball, and it goes out of bounds, but it goes off the hands of one of the Cardinals. Cal Malinguis be inbounding the ball on the left side of that glass. Gets the ball into Blaine in that left-hand corner. Bounce pass, and it's thrown away in there by the Cardinals, and there's going to be a foul, and Blaine Medeiros will pick up the first foul of this ball game.
Well, Blaine threw the ball away and went right back at it, and instead he hit the man in the process, got the foul.
Who are the officials tonight, Wayne?
Well, we have Charlie McNichol and Clifford Lipo Bowman.
The Vikings going into a full court press, a man-to-man press. Schubert getting ready to inbound. He looks for a give and go, but he gives it over here to Bugado. Gives it on top of the key. He goes right back over to Bugado. He comes up the court. He loses the ball. Coming out of there is Bruce Ferreira. Bruce goes up to the top of the key, right side to Blaine. Underneath the basket, nowhere to go with it. Back out front, it comes to Ferreira. Bruce in that right corner, stepped out of bounds. The people wanted the ball, but no way, Jose. Goes to the left-hand side. It comes over to Cal Malinguis. On top of the key to Blaine. Right-hand side, it goes to Bruce. Ferreira looks into the middle. That 2-3 zoner by the Cardinals. He puts it back in the middle. Mitch Miller at the foul line. Yes, it's good.
Mitch Miller, a nice shot from the stripe. 2 points for him.
Ball cast inbound to Bugado. He throws a long pass down to Cyril, left-hand corner. Cyril takes a couple dribbles, goes up off the glass. No good. Getting the rebound. There's Schubert. He lays it up. That's good. Score is knotted at 4 apiece. Bruce Ferreira wastes no time. Brings the ball up on the far right-hand side with 6:15 and counting down here in the first period. Bruce goes up with 20. Good.
Bruce is on target.
2-point lead in there by the Vikings. Full court press. Cyril gets the ball inbound, gets it right back over to Schubert. Schubert left-hand side, going up for the shot. It's Hilo. He jams it for Herrera real quick. Comes on top of the key. He takes the shot. Right side, it goes to Blaine, and it goes out of bounds. But it goes off the hands of one of the Cardinals. The score is knotted at 6 apiece with 5:43 remaining here in the first period. 2-3-0 in there by the St. Joseph Cardinals. Right-hand side ball pass down to Mitch Miller. The basket goes up with a 6-footer, and he is fouled by Cyril, and Mitch goes on his backside out here on top of the key. So Cyril picks up his first personal foul. That's the first team foul for the Cardinals, and the Vikings have one team foul. And that's a shooting foul, and Mitch Miller will be going to the foul line. Foul averaging 10 points a ball game. He had 9 points in last night's game. He made the second team all BIIF, BIIF All-Star team. First shot up in the air, good rotation, back spin, and it falls in.
Mitch Miller getting a good bounce, putting his free throw in.
The Vikings won the regular season championship, and last night they downed YKO Warriors 83-65 to get into this championship game. Miller goes back to the line. Squares up top, good concentration. Takes his time, listen to the noise. Shot up, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Coming out is Mitch Miller. He goes up for the shot. It's a 12-footer, no good. Ball loose on the floor, and it goes off the hands of one of the Vikings, and the Cardinals begin bounding it. The Cardinals go right into that man-to-man D. That good pressure in there. Schubert getting ready to inbound the ball. Looks to the left-hand side. It comes to Bugato. Bugato goes on the far side to LaBoyle. He passes up court. Goes to Cyril. Cyril across center court. Goes over to Schubert. Schubert goes down that left corner. He goes up for the shot, and he is fouled. And Hatayama will pick up that personal foul. And will be sending the Cardinals to the line to be shooting two.
Schubert drove hard to the basket and was fouled in the process.
We want to welcome everybody aboard watching tonight's ball game and listening to tonight's ball game in Hilo. Just you folks at Mililani Street, Alamuku Street, and Kilauea Avenue. Meanwhile, Schubert goes to the foul line. The right-hander takes a couple of dribbles. He loads his 3-on-3 rifle. He looks, he pulls the trigger, shot is up, rolls around, no good. Vikings have a 1-point lead, 7-6. And Schubert will be going to the foul line trying to tie this game up. He's averaging a little over 11 points a ball game, 11.9. Second shot up, and the game is tied up. Give him 3 points now. The game is knotted at 7 apiece with 5:20 and counting down here in the first period. 2-3 zone in there by the Cardinals. Lob pass underneath the basket. It gets down underneath the basket to Mitch Miller. He dishes off the basket to Bruce Ferreira, and Bruce Ferreira cans it. Quickly, the ball's pushed up. It goes to Cyril across center court. He comes on that left side. Is in the middle of Schubert. He almost lost the ball. He caught it with his face. Goes right down the middle. Lays it up. Rolls around. No good. Ball's being tapped around. Gisa goes up. He is hit from behind. No call. Hatayama brings it down quickly. Goes to the left-hand side. It goes to Bruce. Bruce takes the dribble. Goes into the paint foul line. He goes up. He's fouled out front. The basket will not count. And Bugato will pick up the personal foul. So Dougie Bugato picks up his first personal foul. That is the second team foul against the Cardinals here in the first half. That is not a shooting situation, and so the Vikings be inbounding the ball. As a little guy, the player of the year. That is Bruce Ferreira, wearing number 31, be inbounding the ball just to our left. Gets the ball now in that corner to Blaine Medeiros. Now Blaine can fire it. There goes up a 20-footer.
Oh, Medeiros from long range.
The ball tapped up to Cyril. He throws it down court. It goes to LaBoyle. LaBoyle on that foul line goes up 6-footer, rolls around. No good. Rebound off to Mitch Miller at 6-1. He kicks it out. It goes to Bruce. He goes coast to coast. Dishes off to Hatayama. He goes up. No good. Ball batted out of bounds, and it will go off the hands of one of the Vikings. And so the Cardinals be inbounding the ball, and right away, Schubert calls out play number 2. He goes for some help in the middle. He doesn't get it. He throws it across court to Bugato. Bugato brings it up, and there's going to be a foul on Blaine Medeiros, and that's Blaine's second personal foul.
Medeiros couldn't get to the ball, and then he decided to check number 44, Bugato, and he got him with his body.
That's the second team foul on the Vikings also. Terry Waugh checking into the ball game for the Hilo High Vikings, and having a seat will be Blaine Medeiros. Half court. Zone press in there by the Vikings. They're looking to create those turnovers. Now they drop back. LaBoyle is picked up by Cal Malinguis at half court. He looked at that 1-2-2 zone. Gives over the right-hand side here to Schubert. Across court, it gets down into Gisa. He lays it up. Bingo!
Ferreira tried to get to that ball. He couldn't, and Disa was all open under the basket.
Terry Wall brings it over to Bruce. Bruce stops. Deep ball. 18-footer off the iron. No good. Ball being batted around, and Disa comes off the iron with it. The Cardinals are trying to tie this ball game up for the third time. They trail by 2. 11-9 with 3:53 and counting down here in the first quarter. Laborio goes in that left corner. He's picked over by Terry Wall. Comes on top to Cyril at the foul line. Throws it up. Yes, it's good. And Cyril hits the deck.
That was a line drive by Cyril.
Bruce Ferreira brings it up, goes right-hand side to Terry Wall. Terry Wall was our player of the ball game last night. Played a tremendous ball game. Comes on top of the key, back to Terry. Left-hand side to Bruce. Bruce dribbles on the foul line, looks to the right side. He goes right through everybody. The little guy goes up for the shot. It's blocked in there. Rebound, Hakayama. He goes up. Malingas gets the rebound, and he loses the ball. But Schubert, the ball will go off the hand of Schubert. There's timeout on the floor, and we'll be back right after this 60-second timeout. Hilo Civic Center in a beautiful city of Hilo, Hawaii. Matt Patterson here for BIIF basketball. And what a game we have going here already. 3:23 remaining here in this first quarter. And the score is knotted at 11 apiece. The game has now been tied up 4 different times in a ball game. The St. Joseph Cardinals are on the defense. The Vikings re-inbounded it underneath their own basket on the far left-hand side. Larry Malinguis, the head coach for the Vikings, gave some loud information to his ball club to huddle that time. Cal Malinguis getting ready to inbound the ball. It's a lob pass into the middle, going up for the shot, and there's Mitch Miller. No good. Rebound goes off to Disa. Disa goes up the ozone, gives it off to Schubert. Left-hand side, it goes down to Laborio. Laborio keeps that corner. He goes up with a 17-footer, in and out. No good. Rebound goes off to Miller. He keeps it alive. Gives it off to the far side to Terry Wall. Terry brings it back down the middle. Left-hand side to Cal Malinguis. He goes up off the glass, and he cans it for 2.
A good drive-in by Malinguis and good balance from number 24.
13-11. The Vikings back with a 2-point lead, and there's a foul over the back, and it's going to go against Cal Malinguis. Now, this may be a factor in tonight's ball game. That is the 4th team foul against the Vikings early going into this ball game. 2:56 remaining here in the first period. One more foul in the remainder of the first half, and the Cardinals be going to the foul line for a 1-on-1 bonus situation. Schubert gets the ball into Laborio. He looks at that zone press. Bubba Lancaster checked in for the Vikings. Goes the left-hand side to Schubert. He brings it across the 10-second lane on the far side. Goes down that corner. He's double-teamed. And Bruce Ferreira steals the ball away from him. Bruce just muscled it off of him. Bruce brings it up the middle. Comes on top of the key. Looks back to the right. He goes into the middle. He dishes off on the far side, and he gets the ball right back again. Boy, this little guy can play basketball. Right side, it goes over to Malinguis. He goes over the 17-footer off the iron. No good. Rebound off to Miller. Mitch Miller turns around, throws it off the glass. No good. Ball being batted around. Coming out, there's Laborio. He kicks it down here to Bugado. Bugado, Kenny goes all the way. Make that dug in. He is fouled. And Terry Wall will pick up the personal foul.
A good play by the St. Joseph Cardinals. Laborio snapped the ball to Bugado. Bugado drove and was fouled by Terry Wall.
Terry Wall.
That was Wall, excuse me.
That will be sent in Dougie Bugado to the foul line. Now, Doug Bugado is a 4-point student in high school. You can't get any better than that, gang. He made the honorable mention all-star team, averaging a little over 5.5 points a ball game. His first shot up, he throws up a frozen rope, goes off the left-hand side of the iron, no good. He had 12 points in last night's ball game. Squares himself, shot is up in the air, and that is good. So now it's a 1-point lead by the Vikings, 13-12 with 2:15 and counting down here in the first period. Terry Wall on that right side on top of the key to Lancaster. Bubba dribbles the left-hand side, gives the ball off to Bruce. He goes up with a 20-footer, and he cans it. Bruce Ferreira has come here to play basketball tonight. Give him 6 points now. 2:02 and counting down. Laborio kicks it way down to Cyril. Underneath the basket, it's Disa. Lays it up. Disa goes back up, and he cans it.
Tonight. He was rejected, stayed with the rebound, and put up a hook shot good for 2 points, number 12.
Billy Disa will have an opportunity to tie this ball game up for the 5th time. Oh, what a block shot in there by the big kid, Mitch Miller. But Disa stayed right with it, came right back to the iron in the middle of the paint, went up. He canned it for 2 up around the iron, and then he was fouled in there by Malinguis. Disa goes to the line. He eyes it. He flies it. It rolls around. No good. Ross loses the ball coming out of there. Cyril kicks it in the middle. Warwood. He goes up. He grabs the rebound. Laborio. St. Joseph Cardinals take a 1-point lead, 16-15. period. Bruce Ferreira goes that right corner. He looks at that zone. He throws up a 20-footer. Up, no good. There goes Robert Wallward. He comes up on top. Left-hand side, it goes to LeBoy. He goes to baseline. Back to Robert. He lays it up. He is fouled. Rebound up, no good. Bubba Lancaster fighting for it. There's a foul underneath the basket. And the foul's going to go on Robert Wallward.
Well, the Cardinals had a chance to go ahead by 3 points. And they were under the basket rebounding, and Wallward came down with the foul.
1:22 remaining here in this first period. Action all the way, a high-scoring ball game, 16-15. The St. Joseph Cardinals have a 1-point lead. Terry Wall for the Vikings has the ball. Now to Bubba. Bubba, a left-hander up on top of the key. Rip City!
Lancaster, a nice shot.
That gives now the Vikings a 1-point lead. A long pass up court to Cyril. Cyril comes through 2 men, goes down that side. He almost lost the ball, and he is fouled in there. And the foul is going to go on Bubba Lancaster. So Bubba picked up that foul, and Cyril will be going to the line for a 1-on-1 shot. So David Cyril will be going to the foul line. 11.9 points a ball game. He scored 35 points in the last 2 nights. Not too shabby, is it?
Scored 15 last night, Pat.
And he had 20 points the first night. Give him a total of 35. A 6-foot junior. David will be back next year with a lot of curly hair. A good-looking young man, isn't he?
And a fine ball player for the Cardinals, David Cyril. And I know Pomp is here tonight.
As father's here, he'll never miss the ball game, right? So David goes to the foul line. Little David squares himself. Shot is up in the air. Good rotation off the iron. No good. And the St. Joseph Cardinals are missing the foul shots tonight. They made a ton of them the last first 2 nights. Terry Wall up. No good. Rebound goes off to Wallward. Wallward brings it up. Comes right across in the court as Bubba hangs all over him like a tutu's moo-moo. Goes in the middle. He loses the ball. Fighting for the ball. And it's going to be a foul. And it's going to go against the St. Joseph Cardinals. Lisa picks up that personal foul.
Lisa tried to get the loose ball and got caught in a foul there.
The Vikings still have a 1-point lead, 17-16, with 49 seconds remaining here in this first period. You're catching tonight's ball game on KHLO 850 on your hometown radio, and also Comtech Cable Channel 13 here in Hilo, Hawaii. Terry Wall gets the ball inbound, gives the ball off to the little all-star player. That is Bruce Ferreira. Goes right back to Terry. On top of the key that goes to Bubba. Back to Terry Wall. Terry, bounce pass down into Ross. Ross Andres, player control foul. He put his shoulder right into the man. So Ross picks up his first personal foul. Now a player control foul, Mom, is not a shooting situation. I know you moms are just asking how come they're not going to the foul line, but it's a player control foul. That means they're on the offense.
That's the 8th foul for the Vikings in this first quarter.
Cyril throws the ball up. It goes to LeBoyle. They have 2-on-1. LeBoyle challenges and goes up. There's a player control foul on LeBoyle. LeBoyle should have passed that ball off.
He should have. Bruce Ferreira was right there, and he ran right into Bruce.
Well, he had the big kid, Wallward, right to his right-hand side. All he do is pass it off to him. They would have had 2 points for sure. Now, the Vikings have a chance to take a 3-point lead here with 32 seconds and counting down here in this first period. They're going to bring the ball out on top of the key, and they'll bring the Cardinals out of that zone. 26 seconds. They're going to go for the last shot. Wall goes back over to Lancaster. Lancaster holds the ball out front. Gives it back to Wall, back to Lancaster. 16 seconds. Now they'll run that offense. They'll look for Bruce Ferreira on that left-hand side. They'll lull you to sleep at that foul line. Now it comes over to Bruce. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Comes into Terry Wall, right side to Bubba. Bubba looks in the middle. He'll throw it up. 17-footer, no good. Rebound goes off to Cyril. He comes out of there's going to be a foul, and Cyril will be going to the line as Terry Wall picks up that foul. And that will be sending the Cardinals to the foul line for a 1-on-1 shot, and David Cyril will be going to the line. As he goes to the line, we're going to break away for this 60-second timeout. Of this ball game, and the Vikings be inbound of the ball right smack in front of us, and you're catching tonight's ball game on Comtech Cable Channel 13. Bruce Ferreira getting ready to inbound the ball, gives it off to Blaine Medeiros. They check that 2-3 zone in there by the Cardinals. Medeiros brings on top of the key to Cal Malinguis, back over to Blaine. He'll throw up a moon rocket, in and out. Yes, it's good. It fell in for him. Boy, Blaine Medeiros keeps that up, and someone might pick him up on the NBA for the 3-pointers.
That's right, Pat.
Wallward kicks it up quickly. On top of the key for the St. Joseph Cardinals, going to your right. 1-point lead in there by the Vikings now. The game was 1-point lead in there by the Cardinals that we broke away because the young man, Cyril, hit those 2 foul shots. Or Wallward did. Cyril did, excuse me. And there's traveling underneath the basket and another turnover. The Vikings have a 1-point lead, 19-18. Both teams are in a bonus situation now from the foul line. Bruce Ferreira, the player of the year, brings it up, gives off to Cal Malinguis. On top of the key to Blaine Medeiros. Right-hand side of Malinguis. He throws up a 30-footer out there. No good. Gets his own rebound. Comes into the foul line. He goes back up. 6-footer. No good. And Walworth fighting for the ball. Walworth comes out. Robert holds the ball. Looks over to Cyril. Cyril brings the ball up. Goes to the left-hand side. It goes over to Laboyle across the 10-second lane. Laboyle out front. Gets a pick. Goes down that left-hand side. Blaine Medeiros hangs all over him. Back on top of the key to Walworth. He goes into the paint. He lays it up. And it's good for two. And he is fouled. The basket is good. And he is fouled.
A good effort by Walworth. He faked, then went into the paint, put it up, and was fouled.
And Chad Hatayama picks up his second personal foul. And Walworth gets his first 2 points of the ballgame. And he gives the Cardinals a 1-point lead. Oh, Walworth had 37 points in the last 2 nights, averaging 18 points here in the playoffs.
He had 24 last night, Pat.
The super sub goes to the foul line at 6 foot. Shot is up. That is good. He converted on a 3-point lay. And now the Cardinals have a 2-point lead, 21-19. We have an early going here in the second quarter. Blaine Medeiros goes up with a rocket. He cans it way out front. Boy, Blaine Medeiros, I'm telling you, can't let him go. Cyril gets the ball, looks up court, nowhere to go with the ball, gives it back over to Schubert. He throws it up to Bugado. Bugato's double teamed at half court. He's got to get rid of the ball. He throws it over here to Walworth. Walworth comes down the right-hand side, on top of the key to Schubert. Schubert looks in the middle. No way, Jose. Man-to-man D in there by the Vikings. Comes up to Walworth. Robert dribbles the left-hand side as Hatayama hangs all over him. Goes into the middle. He dishes the basket down to Disa. Lays it up. It's good. It's good, and he is fouled. And Mitch Miller picks up the foul.
Disa going up strong on those boards, and he was fouled by number 4, Mitch Miller.
In last night's ball game, not in the ball game, but in the warm-ups, Billy Disa dunked the ball with a 2-hand dunk, and he did the same thing tonight, and now he's getting off the ground. He has 6 points here in the first half so far, and the Cardinals have the lead 23-21. He eyes it, he flies it, a knuckle ball, and it falls in with a friendly roll. Jeff Laboyle coming back into the ball game for the Cardinals. Zero will have a seat. Miller trotting back down as Bruce Ferreira brings the ball up for the Vikings. Looks at that 2-3 zone. Checks it in. Goes over to Blaine. Blaine looking at the basket. On top of the key to Cal. Back to Blaine. Blaine Medeiros on top to Mitch Miller. Mitch Miller goes into the foul line. Dishes off. He loses the ball. They fight for it, and there's going to be a reach-in foul, and Bugado will pick up the foul. Bugado is swinging his case to the official, but no way, Jose.
And Miller is at the line. A fine center for the Hilo Vikings.
That is Doug Bugado's second personal foul, and Mitch Miller. Yeah, Music Man. Remember Mitch Miller?
Mitch Miller and his band.
He had 9 points in last night's ball game with 8 rebounds. That second team all BIIF player goes to line with 3 points to his credit. Vikings are down by 3 points, 24-21. The senior at 6 foot goes to line. Shot is up. No good. Rebound goes off to Disa. Disa of the Cardinals gives off to Walworth. Walworth brings the ball up. Cal Malinguis hangs on him like a bear going to honey. They're looking at a half-court trap. Ball comes over here to Schubert. Schubert on the right side. Goes across court to Laboyle. Goes down the corner to Bugado. He goes to baseline. He throws it up. Dougie rolls around the rim. No good. And there's a foul on Mitch Miller. And Schubert will go to the line.
Mitch Miller, instead of trying to get the ball, he was trying to bat the ball and got, in foul trouble in that respect.
Going to the foul line will be Schubert. At 5'8", a senior guard. Peter Schubert was the homecoming king for the Cardinals this year. And we had that game on television earlier. Schubert squares himself to the line. Where's number 24? Averaging 4 points a ball game. He has 3 points here so far tonight. Shot is up and rolls off the front part of the iron. No good. And Malinguis goes up and gets the rebound. Bring the ball up. Blaine Medeiros comes right into the paint. Stops. Give off the left-hand side to Ross. He goes up for the shot, and Andre misses it. Coming out of there is Laboyle. Laboyle loses the ball. Right back to Hatayama. Throws it up, and that is good.
A nice backhanded shot by Hatayama.
Walworth gets the ball across center court. Wheels behind his back. Comes on the right-hand side. Back out front here to Laboyle. Jeff Boyd goes back down to Walworth. Walworth looks in that corner. They're going to let him shoot. He goes up. 18-footer in and out. Will not go down. Malinguis goes up the O-zone. Grabs the rebound. Kicks it down over to Bruce Ferreira. Bruce at 5'5", fighting for the ball. Gets in the hands of Blaine Medeiros. He goes up. 6-footer. No good. Fighting for the ball is Cyril. David goes up the rebound ladder and grabs it. Gives the ball up on top. Goes over the left-hand side to Laboyle. LeBoyle into the foul line. Walworth, 12-footer off the iron, rolls around, no good. And there's going to be a foul on Bugado. That's his third personal foul. Now, Bugado is only 5'8". He's in there with the guys at 6'1" and 6'2", and he's just hanging on.
Well, that time he got the arm from underneath and got called for the foul on Andre.
Ross Andre be going to the foul line. He's a 6-foot senior, 170-pounder. His mom's name is Shirley. He's averaging 4 points a ball game. Big right-hander goes to the line. Where's number 30? Squares himself. Shot is up, and that is no good off the back part of the iron. And there's going to be a pushing foul, and it will go against the Vikings. I believe it's Chad Hatayama. So Chad picks up his third personal foul, and Bubba Lancaster will replace him. We'll march all the way down the right-hand side of the floor, and it will be sending the St. Joseph Cardinals to the foul line. I believe that would be David Cyril going to the line. So Cyril, again, going to the line. He has 4 points here tonight. Now, it wouldn't have been something if they had David Cyril in that first ball game of the season. The right-hander goes to the line, squares himself. He eyes it. He flies it. It rolls. Yes, it falls in. Give him 5 points now. Back to a 2-point lead there by the St. Joseph Cardinals, 25-23, 4:52 remaining here in the first half. Cyril back to the line, squares himself, second shot up, and that rolls in for him. A good spin on the ball, good touch. Give him 6 points now. Lancaster brings it up quickly, going to your left for the Vikings. Goes down that right side. He throws up a 30-footer, and he cans it.
Bubba Lancaster.
Give him 4 points. A long pass up court. Stealing the ball in there. Here comes out Terry Wall. Terry Wall goes into the paint. He goes up with a fall-away jump shot, and he cans it. 27-26. The Vikings have a 1-point lead. Here comes Schubert. Goes the left-hand side to Cyril. Cyril goes up off the glass. Bingo! It is good, and he is fouled in there by Andre.
And Cyril showing his athletic ability, number 22 for the Cardinals. He was fouled on that shot, and he's trying to convert a three-pointer here.
Gives Cyril 8 points now. He's going to the line to try to convert on a three-point play, and the Cardinals are back up by 1 point, 28-27. David trying to give himself and his team a 2-point lead. Going to the line to shoot one. His dad's name is Ted the Pump Cyril. Pulls the trigger on his rifle, and he cans it. Long pass up, Lancaster brings it up for the Vikings on that right-hand wing. 4:18 and counting down. There goes Blaine Medeiros on top of the key. Up, no good. Rebound by Andres, and he drops it in for 2.
Andre got that rebound, went right back up like a good center should, and he got 2.
The game is tied up now for the 6th time. Long pass, and there's a foul at the basket, and Ross Andre just clobbered Disa. Disa will go to the line for a 1-on-1 shot. Wait a minute. What'd they call?
I think they call a foul on Disa.
Did we see the wrong foul? Andre went over there and just clobbered him, and they called a foul on Disa. Nonetheless, they march all the way down the left-hand side, and Andre will be going to the foul line. So Big Ross, now he moves to the far side of the foul line. He'll be shooting over there. He shoots on the right hand, but he lets the ball release to the outside of his right ear. So that means he has to adjust his Kentucky windage in shooting his rifle.
Kentucky windage.
Yeah, when the wind blows, you got to move over there. So he squares himself on the far side of the foul line. Looks at it. Good concentration. Good rotation. Yes, it's good. And he got himself a bar. Davy Crockett didn't shoot fair. He shot bar. And Ross Andre gets himself a... We've got somebody behind us with a little PA system, and they're from St. Joseph, and I'm sorry, gang. Woo!
Wall Howe comes into the ball game, number 55 for the Cardinals.
A young freshman at 6'1". Meanwhile, Andre goes back to the foul line to be shooting a 3. That's about a 30-degree angle. Squares himself. That shot is up, and that is good by Ross. Give him 4 points now. It's 31-29. The Vikings have the lead again. LeBoyle gives off to Walworth. Walworth passes up here to Don. Don cross court, and he comes across the lane. He steps there, and he steps here. He had the ball, and that's a good call. Blaine Medeiros inbounding the ball right back in front of us. Comes with a Terry Wall. Terry Wall goes right-hand side to Bubba. Lancaster looked at that zone. Looks back on top of the key to Blaine. Left-hand side to Terry. He goes up off the iron. No good. Rebound goes up to Bubba. And there's a push underneath the basket. Let's see who it's on. It could be on the Cardinals.
I think it's on Calvin Linguist.
No, it's on the Cardinals. The foul is on David Cyril. David had his hands down a little bit low and got his hands caught in the cookie jar. So Cal Malinguis be going to the foul line. Big Cal squares himself. Parents are Calvin and Joanne. The shot is up, and that is good. He made the first team all BIIF this year. Now, tell me something. Who picks the all-star team here in town?
I think they have a panel of people doing it. And it has been that way in the past. I think they're following the same procedure, Pat.
Second shot up by Cal, and that is good, and that gives the Vikings the lead 33-29 with 3:45 and counting down here in the first half. LeBoyle throws off the right-hand side. The ball comes over to Schubert. Schubert's picked up in there in that man-to-man D. He loses the ball. Coming out of there is Ross. He gives off into Terry Wall. Terry goes down to Bubba on that right side. Bubba goes up off the glass. No good. And there's going to be a foul at the basket, and Lancaster will be going to the line. He'll be shooting two. That could be on Cyril again. So Cyril. It is on Cyril. So that is Cyril's third personal foul of the ball game.
And Bubba Lancaster will be shooting two.
So Lancaster, Matt, let's get into this baseball thing we saw today. Those little 6-year-olds over there playing with a T-ball. I saw Bubba Lancaster's baby brother in there playing baseball today, a 6-year-old, and I'll tell you what, I enjoyed that so much. Lancaster goes to the line, the left-handed gunslinger, and he cans it. He hits the front end of that two-shot foul. Lancaster now with 5 points.
His little brother had about 3 homers.
he can run, can he?
He goes left-handed all the way.
Bubba goes back to the line, reloads his 6-shooter. He eyes it. He pulls the trigger. Shot is up, and that is good. So Lancaster now with 6 points. His father even plays softball, right?
Right, a good player, too.
Schubert gets the ball. Looks at that defense, comes over here to Walworth. Walworth's double team, looks for some help, goes back on in the middle. It gets over here to LeBoyle. LeBoyle way out front at half court, calls out a play. Right now, the Vikings defense starting to work on the St. Joseph Cardinals. They're pushing them way out front. LeBoyle looks at that man-to-man D, goes over to Walworth. Walworth looks underneath the basket. He's double teamed down there. No way, Jose. They're looking for Disa. Ross to hang all over him. And they get the ball on top, steal the ball. There comes Lancaster. Lancaster goes all the way, lays it up. There's going to be a player control foul on Lancaster. The Cardinals liked it, and the Vikings didn't. It's going to be half right and half wrong here. And the officials will have to get the towel and wipe up the perspiration. And Charlie Mack will go down on the floor and wipe it up.
Well, before that play occurred, Hilo High School batted the ball in the back court. The St. Joseph Cardinals, Schubert could have grabbed that ball and still dribbled back to the front court. Instead, he tapped the ball and lost it.
Yeah, a lot of players don't know the rule. If that ball is knocked out of your hand by the defensive player, it can come across that line. Walworth gets the ball over to Boyle. He's double teamed out here at half court. He pulls up on top. He looks to the right-hand side. It comes over here on top to Walworth. He drills back left side, and Blaine Medeiros picks up his third personal foul. That was a good foul. That will be sending the Cardinals to the line for a one-on-one shot, and Walworth will be going to the line.
Blaine went for the steal and fouled Walworth, number 34. He's standing on the line.
Walworth had 21 points against Waiakea in the earlier game this season. That's his highest output so far this season. The right-hander goes to the line, squares himself. I believe he had 24 points in the playoff game the other night. Shot is up in the air, and that is good by Robert. Give him 4 points now. So now it's 35-30, a 5-point lead in there by the Vikings, and Walworth can notch it down to a 4-point lead if he hits this back into the one-on-one shot. 2:52 remaining here in the first half. Big Robert goes back to the line. He squares himself, bends his knees. Good rotation, shot is in. Give him 5 points now, 3 for 3 from the foul line. Carrera goes down the right side to Lancaster. He looks in the middle, bounce pass, it gets down into Andre. He goes up the shot, no good. Ball goes off the hands of the big kid, Cal Malinguis. Schubert getting ready to inbound the ball on the far left-hand side of that glass. Right in front of Murderer's Row. Get the ball up, and they lose the ball. Coming out of there is Blaine. Excuse me, that is Terry Wall. Terry is blocked on top, and Disa will pick up the foul. Now, we talked about this in our pregame show about which team is going to pick up the most fouls. I believe here in the first half we have a ton of fouls here. I believe it's 7 and 6 or something like that, or 7 and 9.
At this stage, the team fouls. 11 for St. Joseph. And 16 for Hilo.
16?
16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got 11 fouls
For the Cardinals.
for the Cardinals, and for the Vikings, 15. Whew, that's a lot of fouls already, gang.
Right.
Terry Wall going to the foul line. A right-hander squares himself. His parents are Arlene and Ronald. Shuts it up, and that is good. Give him 3 points now. He had 16 points in last night's ball game against the YKO Warriors. Terry averaging 4.5 points a ball game. He's a 5'8" senior guard, 147-pounder. Right-hander squares himself. Second shot up off the right side of the iron. No good. And there goes Robert Walwork up the invisible ladder. Grabs the rebound. He holds it out front. Goes around to 2 men. Brings it up. Comes to the right-hand side. It comes over here to Mills. Back on top to Walwork. Walwork is double-teamed out there. Comes around the right side. Goes over to Laboyle. Laboyle is telling everybody to set it up. Man-to-man D there by the Vikings. Laboyle goes to the left-hand side. Goes into the paint. Goes at the foul line. Shoots it up. Up. No good. Rebound off to Walwork. He lays it up. Yes, it's good.
Beautiful effort by Walwork. Double thumping and putting it up.
36-33, and there goes Terry Wall. No good. And there's a foul over the back, and picking that up will be Schubert. Schubert gets his first personal foul, and that will be sending Bubba Lancaster back to the foul line for a 1-on-1 shot. Bubba's parents are Lana and Wardell, a 5'11" junior, and we talked about this a lot in the season so far. There's got to be a place for Bubba in a starting lineup. Well, I'm telling you, this kid is an athlete. A fine baseball player also.
Oh, yes. Bubba is an all-around athlete for the Vikings.
The left-hander goes to the foul line. As you can hear the Cardinals counting every time he dribbles the ball. Shot is up, and that rolls around, and that falls in far. Nice soft touch in it by Bubba. Give him 7 points now. 2 field goals and 3 for 3 from the foul line as Jeff Laboyle has given out some signals to his Cardinals there at the foul line. Mills down there with Don Kawahau and Walwork looking for that rebound. Lancaster says, forget it, no rebounds here. Shot is up and off the backside of the iron, no good. And Don Kawahau, the freshman, goes up and grabs the rebound. They kick it down to Laboyle. Laboyle goes down the corner, 1:59 on the clock and counting down here in the first quarter, the first half. 37-33, a 4-point lead in there by the Vikings. Laboyle, Talon Walwork to come up on top. Looks on the right-hand side, gives it right back over to Walwork. He gets right around Bubba, goes into the foul line. He throws it up, out the iron, no good. Don Kawahau goes up, and he in and out will not go down. They got a lid on a basket over here for the Cardinals. Bubba brings it up. Lancaster, the young junior at 5'11", gives the ball off to Terry Wall. Terry Wall at 5'8", dribbles to the left-hand side, looks back to the right-hand side to Bruce Ferrer at 5'5". Bruce, the BIIF Player of the Year, gives it back to Bubba. On the left-hand side, it comes to Terry Wall. Back to Bubba, and loose the ball. Coming out there is Laboyle. Laboyle will challenge him all the way. He goes up off the glass. Yes, it's good.
Laboyle, a fine play, banging it in.
2-point lead in there now by the Vikings, 37-35 with 1:08 and counting down here in the first half. You're catching this game on KHLO, 850 on your hometown dial. And there goes a shot by Bruce Ferrer, and he cans a 16-footer. Give him 8 points now. The ball's inbound to Walwork. He gives it right back over to Schubert. Schubert comes across center court, looks on the right-hand side. He goes coast to coast, and he cans it. Schubert now with 5 points, and it's back to a 2-point lead in there by the Vikings. 39-37 with 41 seconds and counting down here in the first half. Lancaster deep in that right-hand corner. Back to Ferreira on top of the key at the foul line. Back to Bubba in that right corner. He goes up with a 17-footer, no good. Coming out there is Laboyle. The Cardinals will have a chance to tie this ball game up for the 7th time. With 28 seconds, he's calling for 1 play. 39-37. The Cardinals trail by 1 basket. Better known as 2 points. 18 seconds and counting down. Man-to-man D in there by the Vikings. Laboyle picked up over by Bruce Ferrer. He dribbles on top of the key, looks back to the right, goes to his left a little bit. Bruce hanging them all over like a 2-2 moo-moo. And coming out, and here's going to ball will go knocked out of bounds by Laboyle with 7 seconds remaining in the ball game. In the first half, that is, gang. You're catching tonight's ball game on Comtech Cable Channel 13 here in Hilo, Hawaii. Pat Patterson along with Wayne Lobalos bringing you tonight's ball game. Bubba Lancaster deep in the corner. He goes to baseline, throws it up, no good. Don Kawahau goes up, and the first half has come to an end. The Vikings of Hilo High School, 39. The Cardinals of St. Joseph, 37. Civic Center in the beautiful city of Hilo, Hawaii. Pat Patterson here, along with my partner in crime, Wayne Obalos, bringing you tonight's BIIF Championship basketball, and you're catching tonight's basketball game on Comtech Cable Channel 13 and also on KH.